3, 2, 1. What is going on, everybody? This is the Undefeatd by Choice podcast brought to you by Still Fist. We have got our fight coming up October 19th. I believe it's called Frightmares is the name of the card. And we had in studio Justus Manardi, and we called in on FaceTime or on Instagram Live and chatted with Justin Horsley as well. We had a dual interview with them. I was not able to pull the video from the Instagram page, but I do have the video of my recording of myself and all the audio. So I'm going to put that out for you guys so you can have all the audio. You'll see me staring wherever I stare, doing whatever I do. But yeah, I have the interview and I'm going to put it up. So that's the episode of the podcast. So sit back, enjoy. This is a good one. Everybody, we are here. We are live with Justus Manardi and Justin Horsley getting ready for their October 19th Still Fist. I believe it's called the Frightmares fight card. These two awesome fighters decided they wanted to do a co-interview with me, and so I'm going to be your guide through this, but it's really just going to be them doing their thing, selling this fight. So first of all, I want to thank both of you for doing this. This is going to be fun, I think. So I do have something I have to bring up to both of you, though, before we get into any of the trash talking or any of the selling of the fight. Both of you have something in common, and it's not a good thing, and it has to do with me. All right,
there can only be one.
you both do. So here's what it is. Both of you train with or have someone in your camp who has promised to do my podcast, and I have it in writing, so it's official, and both of them have absolutely ghosted me. So I'm going to make you both answer as to why Ramsey Najim and Claudia Gadelia have both ghosted me after they both said they'd do my podcast. So whoever wants to speak for that first, go ahead.
Well, I know Ramsey's about to win $1 million. I can't say the same with Claudia. Ramsey's about to win $1 million, so he's got money on his mind, and he's probably like, just focused on that, and he's like, once I win $1 million, I'm going to take care of you.
All right.
It'll be good. That's all I can imagine.
All right.
Because we all know Ramsey's an awesome dude.
All right. I mean, I'm a huge fan of them both. That's obviously why I want to do it. Justin, why is Claudia dodging me?
Honestly, yeah, I haven't really seen her that much in the gym. I know she's training, a lot of jiu-jitsu and stuff, places elsewhere, and I've been focusing on my fight camp, so I haven't really paid much attention to where she's at. If I would have known that, I would have, put thought into where she was, but
all right.
Can't answer that one, honestly.
All right, well, that was unfair of me to put that on you guys. I need to be a better communicator with them, but I just, I thought it was fitting that both of you go to a camp with two of my favorite fighters, and both of them said they would do it, and neither one of them have done the podcast yet. So, when I was looking into this and looking into both of you guys and getting ready to do this interview, I noticed something that both of you have in common, which is that it seems that both of you are having way more fun in preparing for your fights and doing this whole fight thing than most fighters. I mean, we have Justus, your promo poster picture is one of the best I've ever seen.
Always.
You got parkour as one of your fighting styles. Justin, you're showing up to practice in the most colorful singlet I've ever seen, and your mullet is absolutely on point. And then you both asked to do this interview, this style with me. Can you guys just speak for a minute about like your experience and why you've decided to have fun with it rather than just being, so many fighters just take it way too serious. They take themselves way too serious. I think they burn themselves out, and I think it will speak to the longevity of your career if you continue to have fun with it. But why is it that you've decided to just do it this way rather than the other way? We'll start with Justin.
Honestly, man, this is my dream, and I've been thinking about this for a real long time, and I'm really happy and thankful to be, a part of it and be a fighter, and I love every single bit of it, the training, everything that goes into it. Obviously, the fighting is, the most fun part, and the best time. But I'm living up every bit of it, and I'm happy that I have a good opponent, Justus. He wants to sell the fight just as much as I do. We're out here, doing what we're doing today, and I'm loving every bit of it.
Awesome. Are you the only guy who wears a singlet to practice out there?
I am. I'm trying to spread the trend.
I love it. Justus, how about you?
I've been on this fighting journey for a while, and I've loved martial arts ever since I was a little kid. I was always watching like the Three Ninjas or whatever it was called.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was my favorite movie when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And I'm just learning more and more stuff as I go. Recently, started trash talking a little bit, realized I'm kind of good at it, and having fun with it, learning more of it, and just one of my favorite songs. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And I just kind of live my life like that.
Okay.
And so fighting's the same way. If you believe in yourself and you believe in where you're going, then you can have fun on one way.
All right. I love it. I like it. All right, Justus, this one's for you. So you're very vocal about your veganism, and we were just talking briefly about this, about how that helped you blow up on your social media and things like that. Do you feel like you're a fighter that's a vegan, or do you feel like you are fighting for veganism?
I hate to sound like I'm virtue signaling, because that's one of the biggest things that actually annoys me about a lot of veganism. But that was kind of the thing that got me into fighting. I always knew I wanted to do something within animal rights, and so just when I experienced some of the things that led me to being vegan, I was like, okay, well, how can I kind of do that with my other passion, which is martial arts? And then I was actually living in China at the time at a martial arts school, and we were doing it was a residential martial arts school. We were doing jiu-jitsu, and our coach would show us videos of people using the jiu-jitsu techniques and pride and stuff. And before then, I always thought MMA was dumb. I was one of those people that's oh, I'm a traditionalist. And then I saw these videos, I saw these pride fighters who were traditionalist martial artists who were just fighting in the cage and using the techniques and seeing that it's real and it works. And I was like, that's it. I know what I want to do. I want to come home, I want to fight, and then that could be just a cool way that I can combine that with my passion for animal rights.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think you're one of the few people that says, the veganism brought you to fighting. That's yeah. A pretty cool story. Justin, the question to you is, how much meat have you eaten today?
Oh man, I've been on top of it this whole fight camp. In fact, me and my girl, we've been going to Famous Dave's. We've been on top of it, man. All the brisket, all the wings you can eat.
Imagine being in a fight camp and going to Famous Dave's. I thought you just told me you take this seriously.
Hey man, my abs are looking better than ever, and I'm in the best shape of my life, bro. I need all the protein I can get.
I feel
not anymore, buddy.
We'll see.
I feel like if you would have done the carnivore diet up to this would have been really a fight to sell.
The carnivore diet, it's great. You get a little bit of strength, you gas super quick, and you have a heart attack when you're 40.
All right, Justin, this is a real question for you. So you're out there with Team Bonafide along champs Clay Collard and Sadie Alt, Still Fist alum. How did you get linked up with those guys, and how's that going?
I had always heard of Clay Collard and watched him fighting, throughout his career. And, he started training at Extreme Couture and asked me to, get in some sparring rounds one day. And next thing you know, they were asking me to help out with his fight camps and be his, one of his training partners. And I was there, from the second they asked me, and couldn't wait. And I was, I'm still hyped about it for sure.
Yeah.
How long have you been out there now, down in Vegas?
Been down here for 2 years now.
2 years? Did you move down there with Destiny, or did she go first, or you go first?
Oh, she went first. Yeah. I actually found out Destiny was my cousin when I was down here.
No way.
So, yeah.
Are you guys talking about Destiny McCubbin? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that girl. I love that girl. Cool. She's awesome. She's actually also an alum of this podcast as well. She's done it before too. So, well, it's full circle.
No way.
Justus, you are at the pit and also at Jeremy Horns. That's your primary spot is at Horns. Getting into those former UFC vets, like what's that experience like for you?
It's just really cool. You get to talk about what it's like being in the UFC. Talk to Ramsey about what it's like being on The Ultimate Fighter, and it's just like dream building. You just get hyped and you get amped up. You're like, it just makes you want it that much more. So it's really, really cool. Definitely get some experience on the technical side of things about like, this is what it's going to be like in a fight. We're going to show you the different techniques to use, and so you're getting the technical. But I think the biggest thing is that you're getting that. You're building your dream. The more and more you're around those people. Mm-hmm. So,
and Justin, I guess the same question goes for you out at Extreme Couture with all those UFC vets, current UFC vets, and even in your main training partner Clay, who's a former UFC vet. What's that experience like for you?
It's awesome, man. There's a lot more than just UFC. There's PFL, there's Bellator, there's people fighting for Risen, and it's all over down here. Mm-hmm. And like Justus was saying, it shows you that you're in there doing the same thing that they're doing, and it makes you believe in your dream, that much more, and keep working towards it for sure.
Yeah, I actually had the opportunity to be out there at Extreme Couture. I believe it was the 4th of July weekend, so it was the International Fight Week, and we thought we were going to roll in there. There's just going to be, the place was going to be packed, but everybody was out at the events and like out at the signature signing, so there wasn't a ton of people out there, but there was a few UFC vets in there, and me and Eric Munoz were rolling with them, and I just couldn't help but pull them aside and say, this is the difference between full-time fighters and part-time fighters. I don't think I'm anything great on the ground, but I don't think I'm terrible, and they made me look absolutely terrible. So, both of you coming from those great camps is just going to speak to what this fight is about to be. Justus, this question is for you. Okay, so we all see that, with the exception to one fight, all of your wins have come by submission. So, is it safe to say you're looking to take this fight to the ground?
No, you know what? I've wanted to get a knockout for the longest time, and so I've really kind of been dialing in on my striking. So I'm at Pitt about 4 days a week, hitting up fighter practices with them and getting work in with them. I'm at Jeremy Horns. That's where all the jiu-jitsu wizardry comes from. And then I don't know if you know about Wicked Ways Muay Thai with Kwame.
No.
So they're a Muay Thai group that trains out here. In my opinion, they're one of the best. It's just a tightly knit group, and I started training in with them, and been working on striking a lot, working on dialing down some basics, because I have a very wild game, so yeah, just building some fundamentals in that wild striking, and so gonna get a knockout this time.
All right.
Especially once he's all gassed and tired, those hits hit harder.
Justin, this one is for you, my friend. This is your pro debut, correct?
Yes, sir.
What are you looking forward to doing in this fight that you have not been able to do in your previous amateur fights?
Man, I'm just looking forward to fight, man. I'm not looking for anything different. I'm bringing my set and style, but I've been training with, Team Bonafide, like you mentioned earlier, and this is the first time that I've had a private coach behind me. A good solid training partner / best friend, Clay Collard. Shout out. But I'm completely changing my game, and you keep saying that I'm going to gas out, but I'll tell you what.
A second ago, you just said, I'm not going to do anything different. I'm just going to do my thing. And now saying you're changing your game? Which one? I'm doing the same thing that I'd be fighting with, but, You got some tricks up your sleeve?
but I got some tricks to show you for sure.
Good, I like tricks.
For both of you, what's a typical training day look like for you guys? We'll start with you, Justin. What's your typical training day look like?
I train at Extreme Couture, full time, and then I do private sessions with Coach Ryan Alt with Team Bonafide, and most of the time I just kind of take it day by day and see what Coach wants me to do. Like I said, this is my first time having an actual coach in my corner that is, taking care of me and telling me what to do rather than me taking care of all my training.
Yeah. All right, and Justus, for you?
That's big. Listening to your coach is definitely a huge one. So my day usually starts, get off work, and then I head down to training in the morning. I work grave shifts, so it'll be get off work, head down to pit. After pit, usually I'll head over to Elite. Some days we'll have a midday roll. Some days we don't. And then I'll hit Wicked Ways, train with them about 3 days a week, and then evening classes at Horns. So just kind of a full days, get my naps in when I can, and strength training 2-3 days a week instead of a practice. So that's something new for me. I actually haven't strength trained for like 3 years. Didn't even like do a push-up. And finally I just had enough money where I could see a trainer and had enough time in my schedule where I could finally go. So
awesome, I love it. That's the commitment it takes for all that training, man. You guys deserve it. You guys deserve it. For this question's for both of you. So why should fans be looking forward to this fight over any other fight? I mean, this whole card is stacked. Anybody who's looked at this entire card, there's some good fights in there. Our main event has got everybody excited. But what is it about your fight that you guys are gonna sell to say, hey, our fight is the fight to watch? We'll start with you, Justus.
Well, I'm gonna make a bet. If Justin wins, I'll give him let's see. You're double, I was gonna say 400, but let's do double your purse. So if you're making 3 and 3, I'll give you 3 if you win. So you'll make 3, 3, 3. If you're doing 2 and 2, I'll give you 2 if you win. So basically, whatever Still Fist is paying you to show, if you win the fight, I'll give you that. But if you lose the fight, you gotta do a 22 vegan day challenge. A 22-day vegan challenge.
I'll tell you what, man, I'm not getting paid, straight up just to fight. I'm getting paid 50% of ticket sales, and I'm selling out that whole crowd. And I'll tell you what, you do not want to double that one, bud.
Let's do 300 then.
All right, you're on, brother.
300, okay.
All right, so the bet is,
if I win, you gotta go vegan, full vegan, 22 days, and you gotta watch one documentary. Not that a documentary is truth, but it's another side of the story.
Well, I mean, it's cool that you get to make the bet and all, but I say that after I beat you, you need to eat a freaking steak, dude. I'll tell you that.
I can't do that because one, it goes against my convictions, but I don't know. I'm sure going vegan for 22 days probably doesn't go against your convictions, but I'll give you $300 if by some luck of magic you win. How's it sound? 300 if you win, and then if I win, you don't have to pay me any cash. You just go vegan for 22 days challenge, and then watch documentary.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right.
That's why everyone should watch this fight.
That's absolutely.
We got betting on the line.
That's absolutely why there's some serious business on the line. I can tell you, Justin. I used to go vegetarian for 3 months, like every summer. I would just try it out, and it ain't easy. It ain't easy, Doc. So you gotta go.
Especially being in Vegas. Vegas has some really bomb ass vegan food.
So Justin, why do you say other than the bet now? Why are you saying people need to watch this fight over any of the other fights on the card?
Honestly, man, we're two good fighters, and we like to sell out the show, and we like to give a show while we're in there. That's for sure. And it sucks that we're not a little bit higher up on the card. Man, I was thinking that we were going to be the co-main, but me and him, we're going to prove that that's the wrong decision, and we're the fight to watch come October 19th.
Hell yeah, I love it. So you two, I mean, you guys have complimented both of your skills, that you're both good fighters. So I'm guessing you've seen plenty of film on each other, watched each other. Let's talk about weaknesses and how you expect to expose them. Justin, we'll start with you.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I like to fight, and I like to throw punches, and I like to go wherever the fight goes. And from what I've seen from film, when he gets a little pressure on him, he likes to dive in on the wrestling. And I'll tell you what, I'm an All-American in wrestling, and that you will not have that route with me. So we might be standing and banging, but you try to grab my leg, you're going to be in trouble.
All right, Justus, and you?
His answer kind of says it all. He gives a basic bro answer, and his fighting style is a basic bro fighting style. He punches from the chest, and he just wants to get in there and brawl and bang. Doesn't really have any strategy or finesse, just a basic bro, and I thrive off fighting basic bros. So that's where I capitalize with my funky style. I mean, we're here jokes, we're here trash talking. Justin's a cool guy. He's a good fighter, but he's just not at my level. And when I make him go vegan, we're gonna be friends, and I'm gonna help him out. I'm gonna be like, hey man, this restaurant, I'll send you some cool stuff, and I'll be like his vegan mentor. We'll be all buddies. But right now it's jokes and it's trash talk.
Do you see it that way, Justin? You see yourself being friends after the fight?
I mean, I always respect the people that I fight, but I'll tell you what, I'm not going vegan for 22 days. I'm putting this dude down in the first round, and I can't wait.
So that was going to be my next question. How did you see yourself finishing it? You just said first round. You see, so first round, do you have a way that you see it happening?
I mean, I'm not really going to speak about the way right now, because I don't want to spoil the show.
Yeah.
So you guys come out and check it out on October 19th, and you'll see just how I do it.
All right. No spoiler alerts from Justin. Justus, you got any spoiler alerts?
I will break him. If I don't knock him out, he will be the one diving in on a shot or something like that. I'll just put pressure on, and if I don't get the knockout and he's just trying to go to the ground and get out of there, then I'm just going to smash him on top and break him on top. So it's going to be a finish, though.
All right. So there we have it. Lastly, before we close out, we got to do this. We got to talk about Still Fist. They're the reasons that we're all here. They put this all together. Let's talk about how you guys enjoy fighting for Still Fist versus other organizations, or just your experiences or your experience with Still Fist. Go ahead and let us know what you think, or what we could do better. We'll start with you, Justin.
I always love fighting for Still Fist, for sure. I'm undefeated in the Still Fist cage, and I got the Still Fist belt sitting here, right here with me. Check it out. Justus has one sitting behind him. Here's mine. And my fans love coming out to watch me fight. My hometown's Bountiful, Utah, and I'm gonna sell out that crowd, and it's gonna be loud, hoarsely chants coming from the crowd all night, and I can't wait.
All right, thank you. Justus?
I've actually only fought once for Still Fist. I wish I could say that's my belt, but I've only fought once for them.
That's my belt. Number one podcaster.
That is the truth right there. Big facts on me. But yeah, Still Fist, when I fought for them, they were awesome. They took care of me. They did the same thing with me, 50% of my ticket sales, and I had the best payday I've ever had. A bunch of my family and friends were out there to support, and it's just a great venue. It's got that upstairs balcony area. Everyone can see. Yep. People can drink if they want to drink, but they still have an all ages area. it's just, I think it's the way that shows should be run, having like a way that the people who can drink, they can drink if they want, all ages, places where everyone can see, and then they just really take care of us. It's a very, very professional show, and I look forward to fighting for more.
Awesome. We thank you. Lastly, we know you guys got sponsors. We know you guys got friends, family, anybody that you want to thank. Just let them know that you appreciate them. Justice, go ahead if you have any sponsors or friends or just anyone to thank.
Everyone in my Justice League. We've got all my coaches and my teammates and my family. Julian Ruiz, he's my new buddy since Justin abandoned him and went to Vegas. Me and Julian are now homies. Him and I have been training a lot together. My family, all my friends and family that come out and support me, and then my sponsors. I have quite a few for this fight. I've got Breathe Through It Massage. Let's see, Body Temple Athletics, Moose Management, Vacation Rentals up in Park City. My old karate instructor from when I was a kid, Cole Kligas, he's a real estate agent now. We've got Mountain Regional Equipment Solutions, that's my dad's business. Let's see, who else do we have? And then we've got my chiropractor, Jess Bluth. He's actually one of my teammates, and he's been helping me out. I'm just looking up. I just know him as Jess Bluth, but I think his chiropractic practice is called Breakthrough Chiropractic. I'll let Justin talk about his people that he wants to thank. Then I'll make sure.
Justin, you want to go ahead and thank anybody?
Yeah, I want to, thank my team Bonafide and Team Extreme Couture. Thank you so much, Coach Ryan Alt, if you're watching this. Man, I can't thank you enough right now for, what you've done for me and my fight game. Clay Collard, thank you so much, man. I mean, I've never had a true friend like you. And, I want to thank my wife, too. She does a lot for me. She makes it, so that I can be a full-time fighter and live my dream. A few sponsors I want to shout out. Peyton Fisher at the Fisher Real Estate Team. They're down in southern Utah. Hit them up. They're, if you need to sell your home in southern Utah, they will be on top of it for sure. Peyton's a real hard-working man. Another sponsor is one of the Still Fist fighters actually fighting the same night. Zach Partridge sponsoring me with his insurance company, Farm Bureau. And thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. And, I can't wait to represent. One more I got, it's Zion Tattoo Company with Matt Pearson. He's a legend in jiu-jitsu as well. And, I'm really thankful that I have people around me that not only want to support me, but they want to pay me and, help me in my fight game. One more I got, making all my gear. It's looking fresh. Iron Horse hats, decals, shirts, you name it. Alpha Black Label, Kel, he's been helping me out. Thank you so much. You added, a little bit more fight money to my purse. And thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you get that name?
Yeah. So I'll just give a shout out. Of course, my main coaches: Kwame, Jeremy Horn, Ramsey Najim, and Nikki Bars and Craig Ross helping me get ready. They're probably, if I could have 5 people in my corner, it would be them. And then we've got Gogan's Garage. He's a strength trainer, but he's a buddy of mine. I would train with him if I lived closer to Heber, but when I'm up there, I'll go see him. He's got a cool little gym out there where he knows his stuff. Body Temple Athletics, that's who I train with out here in the Salt Lake Valley. And then we've got Breathe Through It Massage, like I mentioned. Back on Track Chiropractic, that's my teammate. He's been killer in helping me with this fight camp. Water Wellness Center hooking me up with just good purified water. And then on my t-shirts, his name's Jeff Mock, and he trains at my gym, and he's been hooking me up and helping me get some extra cash with those shirts as well.
All right, we got it all taken care of. Everybody's thanked. Everybody is still listening to this, watching this. I don't know how many people we got on the chat. I know we're going to have YouTube viewers. If you have not got your tickets for this fight, October 19th, Still Fist Fights, Union Event Center. You got to be there. You got to watch these two. And if you can get tickets from them, make sure you'll get it. You already heard them both say they're getting 50% of their ticket sales. So that means the money goes directly to them, or not directly to them. The money they get paid. They get paid well if you buy tickets from them. So make sure you support your local fighters. You support them. You put money in their pockets. You let them live their dream. You help them become full-time fighters, and let's get them to the next level. Go buy your tickets from them right now. Get a hold of them. If you can't do that, go to stillfistfight.com to buy your tickets. Justin, Justus, I appreciate both of you for doing this. You guys are total professionals. I love a little bit of the trash talk. I can't wait for this fight. I know other people and anybody watching this is going to be excited to watch this fight. So make sure everyone you go get your tickets now. Thank you guys. And I'm going to close out the show right now. Justin, we're going to.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course, brother. Anytime.
Thanks for doing this, Justus. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
See you in 2 weeks.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and hit end on the chat
Shout
there.
out to Staccato Bones Studio, brand new sponsor. Forgot to mention them because I just got them.
Okay.
All right. How do we end this?
Just hit.
I'm like a boomer here.
No, hit end up in the top right corner.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
and then we got to save it.
Yeah, and then there'll be.
All right. Later, homie.
Later.
And then end now. And then share the story, do the video. Shoot. I guess share story.
I think once you're in the story, you might be able to save it.
Hopefully.
Sweet, that was good.
All right, everybody, now we're finishing up here on the YouTube channel. You can find us here on YouTube. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on iHeartRadio under the Undefeated by Choice podcast. You'll find us on Facebook at Still Fist Fight Night, and you'll find us on Instagram at Still Fist Fight. Everybody, make sure you're buying these tickets. October 19th, go to stillfistfight.com, buy your tickets, or find your local fighter, your favorite fighter, buy your tickets from them. All tickets help fighters, help them do their thing. Until next time, be good to yourself, be good to each other. I love you.